Welcome to Fine Art Made Easy, Lesson 5, Part 1. Okay, let's look at the picture. So this is the actual finished painting here. Okay, so it's a cylindrical object next to a triangular object. Okay, of course, why paint it? You will learn how to detect and expect reflected light, and you will learn how to paint reflected light. Now, if we look here, if we look at the object, this is the actual picture that I took for the painting. If you look at the left side of the cylindrical object, you can see some reflected light from the side of the cardboard box. Okay, that's what it is. And on the right side, you're able to see this here, which is the main area, this here. So as the light's coming down, it's hitting the yellow object and it's bouncing off, and that slight bit of reflected light. Now this is important for when you're doing still life. You will do a lot of this. Okay. Let's go to materials. So of course an easel, table easel, whichever easel you like, it's fine. Flat, filbert, round, and a soft blending brush. Artist quality oil paint, if you can get it, or you can use acrylic paint, it doesn't really matter. I just prefer oil paints, and I tend to use Winsor and Newton. Yeah, I use a canvas or a canvas board. I don't recommend boards because they're very difficult to use, but it's up to you. And the size is, again, it's 20 by 30 centimeters or any equivalent size. And before I do any drawing on my canvas, I prepare the canvas with a mixture of titanium white and burnt sienna. And finally, I use a little bit of liquid so I can dry my paint more quickly, so I can paint the day afterwards. But you can use, of course, any medium you want. And of course, hues. Raw umber, burnt sienna, ultramarine blue, cobalt turquoise light, Winsor yellow, cadmium yellow, and titanium white. And now I'm going to show you how to do the mixes for the background, the foreground, and the shadows. Okay, let's go through the colours. So we've got here, this one here is burnt sienna and burnt umber. See, there's quite a difference between the two there. Ultramarine blue, cadmium yellow, Winsor yellow. So we said that's an orangey yellow. That's more like it's just a standard yellow, I suppose. Of course, titanium white. Now, the background, this should be easy to do. Just going to make it all dark. No mucking around, just, and it's not much. We'll just do some burnt sienna there. And ultramarine blue, just about the same. I might make it slightly more on the burnt sienna side, just to warm it up a bit. Nothing too much for this. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to paint it again anyway, so that's fine. Slightly grayish, but the whole thing will be the same because there's no focus on the background. Okay, now foreground, we'll do the foreground here now. We'll do two, much like before, we'll do burnt umber. Actually, I'll clean that much bit. Bit of cad yellow. And of course, more titanium white. Let's have a look. This is it's putting a bit too brownish. It doesn't matter. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to do too much for this. And here, do the same, burnt umber. We're going to use the Winsor yellow. This is a bit cooler. Maybe a bit cooler. See, remember, cadmiums are very opaque, very thick, and this Winsor yellow is semi-transparent. It's semi-transparent. Okay, so that's quite watery. and of course some titanium white. Definitely. I want it to be a little bit lighter as well. Against the first layer, so it's not going to be. That's fine. So it should be more orangish and it should be more yellowish. Okay, now here we do the shadows. All right. We got the. I suppose it's like a turquoise cylindrical object now. Okay, we do a bit of burnt umber. I want to cool that down straight away. This is for the so this is for the shadow for the turquoise cylindrical object. I want to do it a bit cooler to start with. So a bit of titanium white, see where we go. Look, it's too orangish, and let's put a bit more ultramarine blue. I'm going to stick with that because it's not a very big shadow. And here, space. We're going to do the shadow for the triangular geometric shape. I don't want that one there. It's not going to be too dissimilar to this. We're going to add some windsy yellow. So let's cool it down straight away. This time we're going to add some windsy yellow. Just going to mix these two together. It should look a bit greenish, which is fine. A little bit to the green, that's fine. Add some titanium white. The values have got to be the same. These two have to be the same, so that's too light. I put too much titanium white in. That's actually not too bad. Just check. No, that's not far off. I'm going to leave that there because this is the first layer. So, thank you for watching. Please go to lesson 5 part 2.